Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I am a drone pilot. That means I fly GPS camera drones and I fly FPV drones. So yeah, I'm a drone pilot. But you know, most of us that are drone pilots in the hobby, we do other things like fly RC planes. So this segment's going to be all about the brand new A560 RadioLink all-in-one kit for beginners. Now the company doesn't call this version 2, but I call it version 2 because if you look back on this channel, you'll see I reviewed version 1. And version 1 was very popular with a lot of viewers who watched it because anybody can fly this. Your grandma can fly this. The company tells me that the RadioLink A560 I flew several months ago only had 5 modes, and this one has 6 modes, so that's 6 flight modes. Stabilized mode, a gyro mode, a manual mode, a vertical mode, that's a multi-copter mode. You also have an acrobat mode, and you have another vertical mode, like a fixed wing, like an airplane mode. They also tell me they put a much better receiver in the plane, so you have more stable flight when you're flying, and also that receiver is going to send back the voltage and the telemetry to the included radio. You get a radio with this too. So what I want to do now is I just want to show you what comes in the box. I have not looked at what comes in this box, so I'm going to be like you, a brand new person who's going to fly an RC plane for the very first time. You get this, it came in the mail, and you open it up, and let's see what's inside. So you can already see you have the instructions. The last one I built had less instructions than this, so it looks like they've increased the instructions. So I won't take out all the airplane parts, but the airplane parts that are in here, you can already see you have the fuselage, and it's got the receiver on it, it's got the motor on it, it's got everything you need. It also has all the servos already attached. The only thing underneath it will be the wings, the forward wings, and of course your horizontal stabilizer wing at the back. You just slide those in, click them in place, and you're all set to fly. This is your remote over here that comes with this baby, and in version 1, when I flew mine, I put stickies all over it so I knew what all the switches meant. Over here I can see you have some batteries. So it looks like with this one they gave me 2 batteries, so I don't know if they all come with 2 batteries or maybe this one just came with 2 batteries. And over here you get the USB cable and battery charger. It's a very simple system. It's perfect for beginners. Pull this out just to show you this beautiful plane. So there it is. There you see it. Motor here. All the servos are underneath. Super easy to put this together in the field. So let me put this away and tell you what's going to happen next. So this version of the RadioLink, I'm going to give to my friend Joe. I did sell him the previous one and he loves it. He flies it so often, so he's pretty excited about this one. So I'm going to give it to him. But the reason I'm giving it to him and not selling it to him is because I destroyed his plane. He was out flying his plane. I was flying a quad and I ran into it and the props on the quad chewed it up, as you can see here. So I owe him a plane and I said I would give him the RadioLink and he's pretty excited about that. So let's go to the field now and give this to Joe. All right, I'm at the field and Joe is over here and he has his A560. This is the A560 I sold him last year and he loves it, right Joe?
I love this thing.
He loves it and I destroyed his Ultrix, and because of that I'm going to give him the brand new A560. So since Joe can fly this thing amazingly and knows everything about it, he's going to learn the new version and tell us what's different between this one and that one. And we'll come out and film him flying it and we'll see what he thinks.
Sounds like fun to me.
All right, we're out at the field with the RadioLink A560 and Joe. He's had this for a little bit of time now and he's flown it. You've flown it how many times, Joe?
Probably about 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Now you have the previous version, version 1.
I do.
And what are the main differences, would you say, between that one and this one?
Realistically, there's only 2 main differences. This one has a new hover mode. The other one just had a plain hover mode. This has a multi-rotor hover mode. And the fact that you can connect to it via Bluetooth to adjust the internal parameters if you really wanted to.
Now, Joe, in your opinion, would you say a beginner could fly this plane?
If you stick to stabilized mode, a beginner could definitely fly this plane.
So this plane would be good for beginners, never flown before nor experienced, as long as they stay in stabilized mode.
You stick to stabilized mode, a trained monkey could fly this one.
All right, how about we pretend we're trained monkeys and it's kind of windy right now, but let's fly it. Well, I'm going to let you fly it in stabilized mode so we can show the audience. Here we go. All right, Joe, anytime, and then try to keep the plane close to us when you're flying in stabilized mode. Now, unfortunately, during this flight, the clouds came in, the wind picked up, and you couldn't hear our voices due to all the wind, so I'm going to do a voiceover and explain what's going on. So here you see the A560 flying on a very windy day, and it's doing amazing. Now watch this. Joe's going to put it in stabilized mode, and he's going to fly it with one hand. And this is impressive because normally the winds would be knocking the plane all over the place. And speaking of the wind, if you want to use it to your advantage, watch this. Joe is going to land into the wind and he's going to land the plane just as if it was a helicopter coming down nice and soft. Alright Joe, stabilized mode was really good, and I could see you had to use next to no effort on controlling it in the skies because the plane's doing most of the work. Now let's do the cool things it's designed to do, like the vertical hover.
It has two vertical modes. One is multi-rotor and one it acts like a regular airplane.
So which one are you going to try?
I'll do both.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go. I haven't seen this, so this will be interesting. The two of them. Yeah. Goes up again.
Up.
And again, as soon as I point the camera away from Joe, we can't hear things, so I will tell you what's going on. Here is Joe doing the vertical mode. It has two modes. The modes are multi-rotor and airplane mode. This would be vertical multi-rotor, which is more like a drone, and this would be airplane multi-rotor, which allows you to move the sticks and move the plane in the air. And vertical mode allows you to climb or descend while doing vertical mode. Now, flying the A560 on a windy day is not the best thing to do unless you're an experienced pilot. If you're a beginner, fly on non-windy days. Overall, the plane flies well, but if you try something like vertical mode on a windy day, well, the wind pushes it out of vertical mode. All right, Joe, you've flown this. You've had the previous version. You've had this one. You've flown it for an awfully long time. This was a short video. What are your thoughts?
I personally love this plane. When I first saw it, I thought, flatboard foamy. But when I saw some videos on it flying, I fell in love with it. And rightly so, because it is a lot of fun. A beginner can keep it in stabilized mode and have fun for a long time. And as you advance, the modes advance with you if you wish.
So Joe obviously loves this plane. It is a great plane for beginners, and if you want to check it out, links are below. I think it's sold on Amazon and other sites. Go check it out there. And if you enjoyed this video, well then, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have questions on the plane, post them below, and if I don't know the answer, I'll ask Joe. All right guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.